Well, Grant, just saying to Chris Forrester, it's a game to really look forward to, isn't it, this weekend against a team that have become good rivals in the last few years?
Yeah, we've had some good battles with them over the years. You know, it's always a great game, especially wherever it is really. But at Stadium MK, it's a big stadium, and we always bring a lot of fans there. So it's a really good occasion for everyone. I think it's a game that we need to go there and stamp our authority on it. But we're all looking forward to it, and it's going to be another good test for us.
You've had your fair share of battles against MK Dons as a player, scored in both of the playoff games in that year. You went up at Old Trafford, so you know what it's all about, you know the importance of the match. Yeah,
it's really important. I mean, the boys knew straight after the game on Tuesday how important this game is, the MK Dons game. It's a really important game for the fans, for everyone associated with the club, and for MK as well. You know, they treat it like that as well. So we're all looking forward to it. We've both started similar in the league in similar sort of way as the season. We both went out of the cup on Tuesday. They've got a point more than us, but we need to go there and make sure we come away with a good result, and to put us in a good stead and good position for the next two league games coming up.
Obviously disappointment for them, they were relegated, but they've dusted themselves off and, as you say, made a pretty strong start. Do you see them as a squad capable of a quick return back to the Championship?
I think I met Carl a few weeks ago and we did some foot golfing, and I think it's great what they've done with them there. It took him a while to get in the Championship. He worked so hard to get them into the Championship, and it was a shame, obviously for him that they got relegated last year. But he's a young manager. He's been in the game for 7 or 8 years, and it's someone I look up to, and I see that it's possible. With hard work and dedication, you can go a long way in it, and he's doing that. But that aside, we need to go there and make sure we put a really good performance in.
And the other thing they do, which I know you'll appreciate, is they bring through youngsters, don't they? There's a real core of young talent there that they try and give opportunities to in the first team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, CC Dele Alli has gone to Tottenham. That's just an example. They do try and bring youngsters through and move them on, similar to ourselves really. So they've always got good youngsters there. So do we. So both clubs are similar in that sort of aspect.
There's plenty of mutual respect between yourself and Carter, as you mentioned. But who won the foot golf? Did it get a bit tasty?
I'm not sure who won, to be honest. It was just a bit of a carry on really. But of course, I think he's tried to sign me once or twice before, so it's definitely mutual respect. But on the day, we want to go there and make sure we get a good performance and a good result.
And as you'll be aware, the last time Posh went to MK, it spelled the end for Darren Ferguson, a really disappointing day, a 3-0 defeat and a humiliation really. There's 4 survivors from the team that played that day. Have they spoken to any of the other players about, I don't know about revenge, but about the importance of the game, about what it means and how they've got to approach it?
No, what's happened in the past happened in the past. Whatever happened in that day at MK happened. It's done. It's dusted. It doesn't concern me. Doesn't concern the players that I've got at the club at the minute. We're just focused on going there and getting the result, the right result. We had a good conversation with the boys yesterday and again today about what we want to do over these next 3 league games especially. So I've put a bit of ownership onto them to produce it. So I'm looking forward to seeing if they can produce it, and hopefully we all can muck in and help as a staff, and we can all make sure that we're striving to do that in the next few games.
Is there still a bit of head scratching about how to get them to start games better? You said you're sort of searching for answers. Has anyone sort of come up with a theory or two?
Maybe it's probably as simple as not talking about it too much. It was the same as the Tuesday night games. The amount of people that spoke to me at the start of the season about, you can't win on a Tuesday, you can't win on a Tuesday, you can't win, and I never spoke to the players about it. So maybe it's a little bit of Saturday. It's a Saturday game. We don't even need to speak about starting better. The boys know they need to go to MK, a local derby, and put in a big performance. So in terms of starting better, it may not even be mentioned. It's go and play your game, go and get amongst them, and when we get on the ball, make sure we make something happen.
It should be a good spectacle, shouldn't it? You both like to play your football in the right way, so that should be easy on the eye for everyone. Yeah,
of course. They like to play. I've seen their last couple of games. They do move the ball well, and they got a good win their last league game away to Rochdale, which is never easy. So we know what to expect, but we're fully focused on ourselves. We need to go there and make sure we put our mark on the game. We ain't going there with any fear in any of our bellies. We're going there looking forward to it, looking forward to hopefully coming away with a good result.
How are you looking injury wise? I think you said Tafazola is going to be out for a little while longer, but what about Ben Anik, that hamstring problem?
Ben will be fine. Ben will be fine for the weekend. He's a lot better. So he'll be fine. Taff should be available, will be available for the Norwich game on Tuesday. So it'll be good to get him some minutes and that to get, we could easily give him a week's training, but I think a game would help him. If he got 60, 70, maybe 80 minutes in a game against Norwich, that would help him definitely, because he hasn't played since the Rochdale game, and he's missed, I know it's only been a few weeks, but he's missed quite a few games. So it would be good for him to get definitely a lot of minutes in that Norwich game, and that's something we'll look to do.
And you've got Jack back, haven't you? Jack Baldwin from suspension. So decision to make there. Santos came in to play alongside Bostwick on Tuesday, of course.
No, easy decision. I'll make that decision when you see the team shooting Saturday.
Fair enough. Now, looking at the start to the season, is it a case of pleased generally, but just a bit of frustration in there because we've seen great moments from the side, and you've dipped, as you've mentioned, in a couple of games. You can see what the potential is, just about reaching it consistently.
Yeah, it is. We were up against a very good team. We all watched the game back. I watched the first half back about 3 or 4 times, to be honest. They were very, very good. You can see some of the players. I know everyone's saying they made 10 changes, but the way they play football, it's hard to stop sometimes. This might sound a bit stupid, but it would probably be easier to play against somebody like Burnley, who would probably try and get balls in your box, and we could defend against them and then play off the back of them. But Swansea, the way they pass the ball about, their coaching staff said this afterwards. They were really impressed with us, especially in the second half, and don't change what you're doing, because they got out of the League 2, League 1, the Championship, into the Premier League by playing the way we play. So it's something that I definitely won't change in the way we approach the game. So I want to play the right way, and whether that means my goalkeeper getting on the ball and making things happen is exactly what I want. I want my centre halves splitting, getting on the ball off the goalkeeper. I want my centre midfield players being available at every opportunity. No one hiding. It's so easy for me to say that everybody get up, goalkeeper kick it. We ain't got nobody to kick it to, so we need to play. And that's one thing we won't change.
Just a mention for Michael Smith in the Northern Ireland squad. You'll be delighted about, of course, fellow countryman. No,
I was pleased with him. I had a good conversation with Michael O'Neill a couple of weeks ago. He was asking me why Michael wasn't involved, to be honest. But he hadn't White come in. Michael just missed the Rochdale game. He hadn't come in and done well for the couple of games. But Michael's a big character around the squad. I think everyone knows that. And I was really pleased that he got back in the squad. I think he was a bit frustrated that he didn't travel to the Euros, to be honest, or he wasn't in the squad, and looking back in hindsight, Michael probably thought he should have took him. So, but it's a chance for him now to stamp his authority in the squad, and with these World Cup qualifiers coming up, and who knows, he could get a chance if Northern Ireland qualify for the World Cup, which would be even better for him.
And the transfer window is still open for another few days at least. Still looking? Of course, I'm always looking. Can't wait till it closes, to be honest, so we know what we've got. I think it's been it's a bit of a, for the past couple of years, it's been like at this club, it's always been a frustrating time, really. Just the speculation surrounding everybody, building into the window. But listen, I'm always looking. As managers, you're always looking whether the window's open or closed. I've got a list of people who I think could make us better. If we get any of them, great. If we don't, I'm happy with what I've got.